Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about cleaning pine cones. We went to WRIGHTWOOD, California, and it's super important. We got the most beautiful pine cones, but they're actually very dirty on the inside, and there could be bugs and aphids, and there could be moss and whatnot growing in, and even they could be diseased pine cones. We don't know. So we want to make sure before we start decorating these that we clean them thoroughly. So the first thing what we're going to do is we should turn them upside down, and we're going to spray them. We're going to give them a peroxide bath. Let me mention that I have a marble countertop, and I can't get any peroxide on my countertop. So I'm going to be spraying these upside down in my sink. Okay folks, so this is the prime reason why we want to spray. You can see that there's spider webs on here. We want to make sure we don't give somebody a pine cone that has spider webs on it, or we don't put it in our bedroom and there's little bugs or aphids. So we're going to spray, and we're going to go upside down and make sure that it gets in all the cracks. And we're just going to spray them, and we're going to let them sit for a minute. My hands are already getting sticky from the pine, so that'll help take care of that a little bit too. Oh, here, there you go. See the spider? Get the spider. Can you see that? You see it already scared one out? So that's the reason why we want to clean our pine cones before we put them in the oven and bake them. We're going to get that out, so because that one's live. We don't really want to mess around with that. Okay, so we're going to keep spraying, and we're going to see if we get any more little critters out. This we're just using regular hydrogen peroxide. If you don't have a sprayer, you could use a hydrogen peroxide and water bath. That'll do the same thing. Also, you can use alcohol. I just happen to have peroxide in a sprayer, so that's why I'm using this, and it works great. And if there's any fungus in the pine cones, it'll kill any fungus too. You can use the peroxide in your yard, mix it up with water, and put it in your dirt if you're having fungus problems. So if you're growing mushrooms, definitely put the peroxide in. Let's look and see if there's any more guys down here. Doesn't take much. You just want to get them evenly sprayed. Anything that's hiding out in here is going to come out. Now we want to make sure that we rinse these really good and very thorough before we put them in the oven, just to knock anything out that's hiding in there. We caught one critter. We want to make sure we get everything else out. Get these nice and clean. Get the spider webs off. Make sure that anything that's in there, we get it all good and clean and get them off. We don't want to have any critters hosting up or making home in our little pine cones. Okay, so you can use any kind of a tray you want. I'm just putting them in this little tray right here, a muffin pan, and they kind of fit nicely. And we're going to put them in the oven at at 250. We don't want to break them. We don't want them to get crunchy or anything, but we do want them to dry out. So 250 is going to get them nice and dry. I'm trying to fit as many of these. Oh, I can get them all in. This one's going to go upside down though. No, maybe I can fit that one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put these in the oven. And we also want to add some cinnamon to make sure, one, that the house smells good, and that it's an extra added little kick that if there is anything left inside there, the cinnamon's going to help make them come out because the smell's going to be too much for them. So we're just dropping this down inside there, and the aromas are going to hopefully set inside these cones. Now we're going to stick these in the oven for 10 minutes at 250. Remember, we don't want to bake them, we just want to dry them out. So 10 minutes is going to be enough to dry them out. If we bake them, they'll fall apart and they'll be brittle, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so it's time to get these out. Let's see what we've got. Okay, they look like they're dried out. As you can see, the sap has oozed out a little bit, which is okay. But now we want that sap to dry. So we're just going to set these down and we're going to let them sit until they're ready to decorate. And that's how you take care of cleaning the pine cones before you bring them into the house and decorate them and pass them out and give them to family and friends. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a comment, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Happy holidays, everyone.